Next up, and last but not least before we get to our break, is Dave Hooker with SpeakPoint, another Clemson connection as a faculty member and corporate services expert.
Thank you.
David, thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Perfect. I'd like to introduce to you SpeakPoint, which is an enterprise software that helps businesses. So let's buckle up and get started. When talking to sales executives, they'll admit that the top 20% of the sales force brings in about 80% of the revenue. Well, why is that? Well, the answer is the bottom 80% are creating their own message. So when they are creating their own message, that's not a good thing. So when you have 100 salespeople, they could have 100 different messages. And studies that show that less than 30% of the messages are being delivered to the customers. The right message not getting to the right customer. That's a situation. But delivering a message is a skill. And the only way to develop a skill is rigorous practice. And the only way to practice messaging is talking. However, the bottom 80% of the salespeople, when they're practicing on the customer. And that's an issue. Now, what's the right way of preventing to have your sales force practicing on customers? It's doing a role play with an expert. However, when you really look at it, let's do the math together, it takes about let's say 4 hours to practice and master a message. Well, that would be, if you were supervising 10 people, that'd be 40 hours of one-on-one training. Managers do not have time, they don't like it, and it's just too expensive to do it any other way. Just don't have time. This is a scalable nightmare. And the problem cannot be solved until now. SpeakPoint is a software that practices and uses, SpeakPoint is a software that helps businesses that practice, measure, and facilitate the customer's messages. We do that in 3 buckets. We find the gap, we fix the gap, and we prove the gap is gone. How we find it is SpeakPoint software will help executives and companies to measure the gap in messaging. The second thing SpeakPoint will do is fix the gap. They can open up an iPhone or any mobile device and they can practice the right message. And last, SpeakPoint proves that it's gone. We can show companies through data analytics and prove that message gap is gone. We go to market with a SaaS model. We have a couple companies on the hook. Aflac just called us this week, and we're building content as we speak. The market opportunity is $52 billion, but we're going to concentrate on 14 million B2B salespeople. We know there's turnover in the sales force. We know that new hires love technology. We have the right team in place, and we're ready to rock and roll. Organizations we're going to focus on is going to B2B sales and financial services. When we do that, we want to get the high commission salespeople because they want to practice. They got to practice to make money. These companies are the companies I've been working with that have done consulting as far as messaging goes. Any company, large or small, can use SpeakPoint. So what I'd like you to do is take out your phones, and I'm going to give you some more information about SpeakPoint. So if you would just text SP and send it to 64600, you'll have more information and a video clip about our company. So I think we're just about break time. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.